So welcome back to another review here on Burn & Barrel, and today we're going to be reviewing the Maker's Mark Cask Strength. So this one's a little bit different than the normal cask strength offering that Maker's Mark has. So if you see here, this one's actually got an age statement on it. So this one is a 7-year and 5-month product. Now I'm not sure if they've done a cask strength age stated before, or if they've ever told the age statement of the regular cask strength. I don't believe so, but this one's at least very explicit in that this one is a 7-year, 5-month bottle. And so the interesting thing here is that, you know, they give some notes of like toasted oak, salted caramel, dark chocolate, you know, things like that. So I'm very interested to see if that actually comes through, or for what my palate, it may come as something different. I have no idea. So we're going to test this out and see how it tastes. So let's just go and get right into it. So as you can see, color here, again, 7-year, 5-month. It's gonna have a little darkness to it, and I'm very much here for it. Obviously, the color on this is really good, which again, that won't translate to much, but I think that the color here is super nice, especially because it is a cask strength, 7-year, almost 7.5 year product, and I don't believe it's non-chill filtered. It doesn't say on here that it's explicitly non-chill filtered, which would be super cool if it was, but I don't think it is. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. So, anyways, we do know at least the age on it, so that's very interesting. So, but yeah, that's the color on it. Looks pretty good. So let's just get right into the nose. So I'm getting what I think it's kind of like a cherry note. Definitely a little bit of cherry, like a little bit of maybe like a slight barbecue note, I want to say. Yeah, definitely cherry-ish, barbecue-y, and so sometimes when I get like an oak or a wood note, not like specifically oak in general, but when I get sort of like any kind of wood note, it's usually one of two ways I get it. One is, you know, your mature, like base level oak, like just kind of like if you were smelling the stave itself of a barrel. But this one is more of like pre-barrel wood, more raw, like straight just cut from the mill type thing. This one smells more like if you had like cherry barbecue kind of going on in the middle of the Lowe's lumber aisle, which is a weird note, but that's just kind of what I'm getting. It smells good. Like, I like that kind of raw smell to it. It has a unique quality that kind of blends in with those other notes. But I will say, it's not as sweet as you might imagine. I mean, it's still got some sweetness there, don't get me wrong, but it's not as much as you would kind of think. And for me, I personally enjoy having a little bit more of a sweetness to both the palate and the nose, but, you know, I am very much open to all sorts of palates and nose notes. So this smells really good. So enough just talking about this. We can go on and on. Let's just go right into the palate. Interesting. So I get a little bit of that that cherry note in there, but honestly, it's more of a cough syrupy kind of cherry. So if you've ever had like a cough syrup, like the medicine, if it's ever cherry flavored or anything like that, you know what I'm talking about. It has that medicinal type quality to it, and it's not bad. It's just some people don't like it as much, you know, especially in this case. I think it's all right. at least the cherry itself. But it does get a little medicinal, like towards the end of the palate, and it's not great, but like I'm not like just doesn't ruin the pour for me. Other than that, I do get a little bit more of that wood. So again, on the nose, I kind of got more of that like raw lumber, but this one I'm getting more of that barrel-y type oak. I'm also getting a little bit of a I guess like a cola note, but it's not strong. It's definitely just like a barbecue, which is still there from the nose, like the medicinal cherry, the normal oak that I'm getting, and a little bit of like a cola in there too, I would say. But I mean, I think there's a good bit of notes and like a decent amount of complexity going on here. But at the same time, I also understand that it definitely could be a little bit better in terms of how the notes are presented and just kind of how they all balance together, because for me, that medicinal cherry note's just kind of throwing a wrench into all of it. It's kind of funky. So, I don't know. Let me get another taste just to make sure. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, it's not, again, I'm not like not enjoying it. It's just, because I think it's actually pretty decent. Pretty good. It's just that one thing is just that one medicinal note is just kind of bringing it down, because if we go into the finish, I mean, the medicinal just keeps going up and up and up until it's like almost like pure cough syrup going into the finish with that wood kind of staying in there. Not a lot of sweetness on the finish. Definitely got a little bit of that little tannins in there alongside the syrupiness, so it's like a interesting kind of like funk on the finish. It's not bad. Like, again, it's just different. And for me, it's not something I prefer, but that doesn't mean I think it's bad. I think there's just notes for a palate and a finish that I just prefer more, like a brown sugary note, a caramel note, maybe like a nice chocolate note if I'm drinking a single malt, or maybe like a nice sort of like toasty pastry note if I drink a rye, which I get a lot of that kind of stuff from ryes usually. So those are kind of notes that I like, but this one being a bourbon is, I would expect some of those like little darker notes, but it's not that I'm not getting them, it's just I'm getting them in different forms, and these forms are not my preference. Yeah, it's I will say, in kind of the overall summary of this so far, I will say I'm a little disappointed. I mean, just a little. Just because I have the 46 cask strength over there, and then I also have tried the regular Maker's cask strength before they came out with this one. And I love those. Those products are very good. Like, easy, like 7, 8 out of 10s, you know. Fantastic products, and for good prices. But this one, I don't know. This one for me is just, I don't know. It's just, I mean, it's good. I don't think it's like average or below average, because I mean there is some good stuff in this thing, but it's just got a couple things that are just weighing it down. Like, it's just a little tannic on the end. That cough syrupy note is just present, very present, and it just kind of mixes it interestingly with everything else. So this bottle, I believe, I paid $45 for it. Maybe a little bit different in your area, but if you get I mean, surely, I think the availability is not terrible for this. I think it's pretty much everywhere. And I'm not sure on the status of it's going to be a shelf product or not. Not really sure, but I do know that it was readily available here for the time being, because this is a limited bottling, as you see on the front here. A limited bottling of this. I'm not sure how long they're going to age state it like this, but at any rate, it's good. I think for the price, it's good. I will say there are definitely other $40-something bottles I'd rather have. I would take Eagle Rare over this any day of the week. I would take, I'd probably take an Early Times Bottle and Bond, which is like $20-something over this. A Cooper's Craft I'd probably take over this. Trying to see if there's anything else. I maybe would take like a Jim Beam single barrel, or something like that over this. So there's definitely other bottles that I would prefer over this, just because they kind of fit my palate more. But that doesn't mean this is a bad bottle. I think this is a good 6 out of 10 bottle. Definitely a little above average. But again, like I said, there's some things in it that it just doesn't sit right with me, with my palate. So at any rate, in summary, if you can find this bottle for, you know, however long it's going to be out for, definitely give it a try, because again, it could be different for you. You could enjoy it a lot more, and it may be just because this is fairly new for me, and so I need to just let it open up a little bit, and maybe that cough syrup will diminish down to just a nice cherry note. But I guess that's just what I'm gonna have to wait to see, just because I can't just immediately, you know, let it rest right now. So, but I think that's gonna be it for me in this review. Again, 6 out of 10 bottles. So if you do get to find it, please grab it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that review. Like I said, or like always, you can find a summarized version of this review in the comments or in the description down below. And if you have gotten this bottle and you like it or you don't like it, let me know what you think in the comments below. And you'll probably see here a couple videos on screen. Don't forget to go check out my other reviews on my channel and see what you like. But yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time here on Burn and Barrel.